This one for me is like free Botox. This is the facial cupping tutorial for brighter, less tired eyes, and also we're going to work on reducing the fine lines and wrinkles. If you have not used these before, then you must get a set. They're super affordable. These are from Fierce Nature. In combination, whenever you're using any kind of tool, you need to create some slip so that the hands or the tools can glide across your skin as opposed to tugging the skin, which when you're working with suction cups is far more likely to happen. So really important that you're quite liberal with whichever product you choose to use. I've got the Fierce Nature Luxe Face Balm. This has carrot seed oil in it. If you haven't heard of Fierce Nature, it's all about beef tallow. Beef fat skincare, they do makeup too, yes. It doesn't smell of beef fat, it doesn't feel like beef fat, but what it does do is deeply hydrates and protects your skin. This has carrot seed oil in it, like I said, so we're only going to apply a little bit onto the skin. Remember, you can always put more on if you need to. It's much harder to take away. And remember to do the neck and the collarbone area. Before we begin on any part of the face, it's really important when it comes to lymphatic drainage that we open up those channels first. And kind of the door to that is the auxiliary area by your armpits and the collarbone. So you're just going to take your finger pads and we're just going to tap here. You can finger tap, you can pad. Remember to breathe deep breaths in and out through the nose, ideally. And you're going to take your larger set of facial cups. Now, really important here, don't worry, if you've got two, you can use two. If you've got two, sometimes it's nice just to use one and work on one side, especially because then you can use the hand to hold the tool in place. We're going to start sort of mid-low, squeeze your facial cups and then glide them out towards the armpits. And go a little bit higher, same again. Deep breaths. And I even like to sort of do a bit of a circle here. The lymphatic system can often become blocked and stagnated, and that can be one of the main causes behind puffiness and also dis-ease in the body. You're going to work underneath the collarbones. And then we're moving on to the neck area. The post-auricular lymph nodes are areas that can often get blocked. They're one of the areas that kind of can stagnate the most, so we're just going to spend a bit of time running down each. Can you slow down the breathing that little bit more? Eyes can be open or closed. I'm going to work towards the front of the neck, but I'm going to avoid the throat area for now. You can use these on the throat area, really good for thyroid stimulation. If you work with someone who is an expert in traditional Chinese medicine, they can help you with that. Keep the breath steady. Now, rather than working on every single contour area, we're going to go straight into the eye area. The eyes are smaller, the eye area is smaller, and for that reason, rather than using the bigger ones, we're going to move on to the small tools. Now, I have two, but I never, ever use them at the same time on the eye area because I like to have more control over the movements that I'm doing. Also, I try to move as slowly as I can. We're going to start with the under eye area. Now remember, if you feel tired, if you feel like you look tired and you work on those bags, the key to working on the bags is in order to work on them, do not touch them. We're going to work underneath them, and that's when you start to see the benefits and you won't be damaging that delicate eye tissue. The skin around your eyes is 10 times more delicate than the skin of the rest of the face, so it's really important that you take care of it. Now, if you find the nasal bone, okay, this is the starting point, and we're going to follow the bone up. And if you notice, we're not actually touching the bags. So it's a gentle squeeze. I'm following up. If anything, that was the highest I would go as to where I just went. And we're not dragging down. We're thinking about lifting, even in that slight downwards movement that you begin with. 3 to 6. If you had loads of time, you could do a bit more. But if you're doing it for the first time, then 3 to 6 is plenty. Just see how you get on with it first. And we're lifting all the way up towards or even into the hairline. A really lovely trick that you can do too is we're going to work on the crow's feet area. You just squeeze, hold the fingers either side here, and then we're going to circle the cups. Keep breathing, do not hold the breath. Obviously, holding the breath can cause tension, and that tension can then create tension in the face. We might hold a facial posture. You know how they say, like, if the wind changes direction, then your face is going to stay like that. Well, if you're frowning all day long, then the wind doesn't need to change direction. Your face is eventually going to stay like that. The creases will be more permanent. Deep breaths. Try to relax your eyebrows. We're going to work on the eyebrow now. It's on the eyebrow but feels ever so slightly underneath. And lift. Three on the other side. And then we'll head back to using the larger facial cups. And you could use two at the same time if you wanted to. I'll show you. To work on the area above the brow, and we'll catch a little bit of the forehead too. This one for me is like free Botox. See how I'm squeezing the cups because you want to create some of that suction. If you don't squeeze the cups, you will still get some of the benefit, but you want that suction. Can you hear that? And you see it's not a painful suction, it's not firm suction, it's a gentle suction. If you wanted just to do one side, then you can use your hand to hold the other side. Deep breaths. Remember, relax your eyebrows. So often we're holding the eyebrows up and we don't even realize it, and that can be the culprit behind the horizontal lines in the forehead. Guys, I really hope that was helpful. If you enjoyed this, then just click on the other video for the full facial cupping routine. This was Fierce Nature. If you have not already tried their products, then you must discover what they have to offer. I've been using the Luxe Carrot Seed Oil Face Balm. If you're looking for a sun cream or an SPF that protects your skin and doesn't add toxic load, then you must check them out. It's completely changed the game for me living in Spain. Thanks so much. Remember, like, subscribe, and please, if you think this will help somebody you know, please share it with them.